Okay, so jumping right into today's video tutorial, this is a clip from my Feels Like Summer Butterfly Peekaboo tutorial. If you have not seen that video, I will list that in the description box below, so be sure to check that out. If you have seen that video, you will recall that this is the example I used for that tumbler design. So what I have done is I have gone ahead, this is a 20-ounce skinny sublimation tumbler from Maker Flow Crafts, and I have gone ahead and sublimated the tumbler. I am placing an eagle stencil on the tumbler because we will be spray painting this. Now, again, this is the example I used for the butterfly tumbler tutorial because I had not filmed that particular tumbler, but it was the same process. So once again, we are going to be doing a Peekaboo design, and this is going to be a Patriotic Peekaboo tumbler. So once you place your stencils on, you can go ahead and spray paint. Now, what I did was I placed a piece of plastic on the opposite side to protect it from my spray paint. And then I decided that I didn't want the other half of the tumbler to be all open with the sublimation design showing through. So I actually took the plastic off, went outside, spray painted it again, and I used Dawn Power Wash for the center of the opposite side of the stencil to keep that portion from being spray painted. And then I came in with these alcohol wipes and I just kind of went around my tumbler and cleaned up the overspray of the paint. And on this design, I changed my mind a couple of times. I mean, it is a woman's prerogative to change her mind. I decided I didn't really like that or want that. Um, I I'm looking back now and I'm thinking maybe I should have left it that way, but I actually changed my mind again, and I cut an oval stencil and placed it in the section where the Dawn Power Wash had been applied, and went outside and spray painted it for a third time. So that was the final design we wound up with. But once I had my spray paint on, then I mixed up some Flynn Sisters epoxy and placed about, I think it was about 15 milliliters, maybe less. I don't recall. But I'm thinking it was about 15 milliliters of epoxy so that we could apply our glitters. And the glitter that we will be using today all came from the glitter grind. And so we will be using a blue chunky mix glitter and a blue fine glitter, both named Coastal. And we will also be using Athena, which is a chunky mix, and Rocket's Red Glare, which is a fine glitter. And then this is Frostbite, and it glows in the dark. So super, super cool. And we will be using that as well for the white portion. So you may be able to tell this is prior to placing the oval stencil on the tumbler. So I went ahead and glittered the tumbler like this, and then that's when I decided that I didn't want that look, and I went back and added the oval stencil, and then I actually re-glittered the tumbler again once the stencil was placed. So that's why it looks the way that it does here. But you'll see later on how I actually changed that. Okay, so once I had my glitter on the tumbler, I went ahead and removed my stencils. Now, again, this is the portion of film prior to adding the oval stencil. So I did actually have to go back and apply another stencil for the eagle and the oval so that I could epoxy and re-glitter the tumbler. But again, once the glitter is applied, just go ahead and remove your stencil. And this is what the tumbler looks like thus far. This is after we pulled our stencils off, the oval and the eagle. And I have actually gone ahead and placed a coat of Artistry Epoxy's Hyperspeed Tumbler Glaze. It is a new product that has just come out. And I actually wind up applying 2 coats of Hyperspeed on the tumbler. Once that had cured, which with the Hyperspeed, it takes no time at all, I was able to go ahead and sand the tumbler and clean it up with my craft knife. I wiped it down with some rubbing alcohol, and it was ready for another coat of epoxy. And on this coat of epoxy, I wanted a sort of thicker coat. So I mixed up, I believe it was 30 milliliters of epoxy for this particular coat. And this coat is not a fast set epoxy. So while that tumbler is curing, I went ahead and cut out my wording for the opposite side of the eagle, red, white, and beachy. Now that my tumbler has sat overnight, we are ready to apply some vinyl to the eagle as well as our words, red, white, and beachy. So for the eagle outline, it is not going to line up perfectly on the eagle just because the glitter did sort of spread a little bit higher up than I intended it to. And I think that's just because I had gone back a couple of times and reapplied my glitter, and it just sort of threw my template or my stencil off. But once I started looking at it, I thought, it's kind of cool because to me, it almost looks like there's some glitter laying around, and the eagle just flew into it, scattered the glitter, and once the glitter was scattered, you could see the reveal of the beach behind it. So I don't know. For me, it was fine. If you want a cleaner look, you can either thicken up your outline lines or create two outlines, whatever you choose to do. But for me, it was fine, and I thought it looked super cute when it was completed. And then once I remove the transfer tape from the eagle stencil, we will go ahead and add our words to the opposite side. And here is the completed tumbler, minus a couple of coats of epoxy I still need to apply. But this is what it looks like after you apply your vinyl: red, white, and beachy. And the eagle, I just think that is super cute. Just adorable. And I hope everyone enjoyed this tutorial. If you have any questions or comments, leave those in the comment section below. And as always, I hope everyone has a blessed day. And as always, thanks for watching. This is the sneak peek for the next video that will be coming out on Monday. Bye.